You have 10 seconds to prove you belong here, or you're out. No second chances. No excuses. And right now, everyone is watching you fail. Not because they hate you, but because this place was built to break you. This isn't random. Every test, every rank, every failure is part of a system designed for one thing: to filter out the weak and forge leaders under pressure. You wake up before sunrise. The sky is still dark. The air feels heavy. You hear boots echoing across the ground, jets roaring in the distance. And for a second, you realize you're not ready, but it doesn't matter, because here, no one cares if you're ready. You're not just another soldier. You're the newest airman in the US Air Force. At the bottom, where no one knows your name, and no one expects you to last. Every decision you make, every mistake you try to hide, every small win you fight for, will decide one thing: how far you climb, or how fast you disappear. Airman Basic E1. As an Airman Basic, you have no insignia, no rank, no voice. You are replaceable. Orders aren't suggestions, they're commands shouted, drilled into your mind. You wake up before the sun, run in freezing conditions, and feel humiliation as part of your daily routine. The truth? Physical strength won't save you here. It's mental toughness. It's how you respond when every mistake is noticed, every hesitation punished. You learn quickly: obedience is survival. Fail a test, lie on a report, collapse under pressure, you're out. But if you survive, you rise to Airman E2. Airman E2. Suddenly, you're visible. Small insignia appear on your uniform. Others begin to notice you, but not for who you are. They notice what you can do. The daily grind is no less harsh, but now, every extra step, every voluntary drill, is a chance to stand out or be crushed by someone who tries harder. Late night runs on cold airfields. Hours practicing equipment handling alone. You start thinking, maybe I can make it. Maybe I can rise above the others. But here's the secret. Even at this stage, psychology is your weapon. Watching others crack under small pressure, seeing their ego trip them up, it teaches you more than any manual. Airman First Class, E3. Now, the real challenge begins. As an E3, you're no longer invisible, but you're not a leader yet. You compete quietly, strategically, learning the hierarchy, the unspoken rules. You see who's ambitious, who's reckless. One wrong move, falsifying a report, cutting corners, or misjudging a drill, and the officer who's always watching will mark it. Every achievement is a gamble. Do you help a struggling peer and risk your own ranking? If you help him, you fall behind. If you ignore him, you move ahead. And for the first time, you understand what this system really rewards. Or do you stay focused on your metrics and risk losing trust? These decisions start small, but they teach you how influence works before you even lead anyone. Senior Airman, E4. Promotion to E4 is more than a title. It's proof of survival and adaptability. Senior airmen begin to influence others without formal authority. You notice patterns. Some peers advance faster by strategic alliances, some fall by ego. You start seeing the psychology of the Air Force. It's a game of perception, reputation, and subtle influence. Every task you take on now is a test of endurance, judgment, and leadership potential. Fix a minor error in a jet engine calculation, guide a junior airman, or navigate internal politics. The consequences echo months later. Here, small decisions start to define your career trajectory. And just when you think you've mastered surviving daily stress, the Air Force asks a bigger question. Can you protect lives, lead teams, and make split-second decisions when the outcome isn't just a grade but life and death? Because the next ranks aren't about following, they're about leading, influencing, and making impossible choices. You've survived the first battlefield, training, early ranks, and the hidden psychological games of survival. But the Air Force doesn't stop testing you here. Ahead are the non-commissioned officer ranks, where responsibility explodes, stakes multiply, and leadership isn't optional. It's mandatory. Staff Sergeant E5. You're no longer just surviving, you're responsible for others. Staff Sergeant means people look up to you, expect guidance, trust your judgment. Every small mistake now affects someone else. A miscalculation in maintenance? Someone could be grounded or worse. Your airmen notice everything. Your confidence, your patience, your judgment. And the first real test isn't physical, it's psychological. Can you balance authority with empathy, discipline with trust, while keeping the mission first? Technical Sergeant E6. At E6, leadership sharpens. You're shaping the next generation. Your decisions echo beyond the immediate task. They influence morale, performance, and even retention. You start seeing the Air Force as a complex network of human behavior, psychology, and risk. Every action becomes a calculated move. Protect a junior airman too much, and they may fail later. Push too hard, and morale collapses. This is where true leadership begins, not just orders, but understanding the human element. Master Sergeant/Senior Master Sergeant E7/E8. Now stakes skyrocket. You're part of strategic planning, coordinating squads, and ensuring operations succeed even when the unexpected hits. A helicopter's navigation system fails minutes before extraction. Lives depend on your call. You feel every heartbeat of your team, every potential risk. Mistakes aren't just numbers, they're consequences. At this stage, leadership is psychological mastery. You inspire, predict, and guide quietly, precisely, effectively. Chief Master Sergeant E9. You've climbed to the pinnacle of enlisted leadership. You're now shaping policy, mentoring multiple units, influencing long-term strategy. Decisions ripple across the base, across missions. Your airmen trust you. Allies consult you. Officers respect you. But the pressure is relentless. Every judgment must balance efficiency, safety, and morale. The weight isn't just operational, it's psychological, emotional, and strategic. Command Chief Master Sergeant/Senior Enlisted Advisor. A rare few reach this level. You advise commanders, shape doctrine, and hold the institutional memory of the force. Every decision could affect thousands, and your judgment now directly influences the safety, effectiveness, and future of the Air Force. You realize it's not about orders anymore. It's about guiding others to survive and excel under extreme pressure, mentally and emotionally. Second Lieutenant to Captain 01 to 03, commissioned officers now enter the arena. As a second lieutenant, your authority is legal, but experience is low. You rely on enlisted wisdom, learning the psychology of trust, respect, and influence. Captain, you lead entire squadrons. Your decisions affect hundreds of lives, operational readiness, and mission success. Every flight, every mission plan, every deployment is a test of intellect, courage, and human understanding. Major to Colonel 04 to 06, strategic thinking dominates. You coordinate multi-unit operations, budget resources, and interact with international allies. Mistakes have geopolitical consequences. Here, the Air Force becomes a chessboard. You must predict, influence, and adapt. A decision on deployment timing, equipment allocation, or mission parameters isn't just tactical. It's psychological warfare, risk management, and leadership under uncertainty. Brigadier General to General 07 to 010, you're no longer on the runway or in the cockpit. You influence theaters of operation, policy, and strategy. Your word moves air wings, deployments, and alliances. You think in weeks, months, years, not hours. Every action is public, every choice scrutinized. The human element still dominates. Pilots, techs, analysts, and commanders all depend on your judgment. A single misjudgment can ripple globally, and yet the responsibility feels electric. The sense that your experience, your decisions, your leadership literally shapes outcomes on a national and global scale. 5-star General of the Air Force, almost mythical, almost untouchable. Only in wartime, only for extraordinary leadership. You advise the president directly, influence national security, and carry the legacy of decades of Air Force history. You're the embodiment of experience, psychology, strategy, and leadership distilled into one person. Every airman, every officer, every mission is a reflection of the path you've walked. From the freezing airfields as E1 to commanding air power across continents. So now, imagine yourself at the very beginning, stepping onto that base for the first time. The sun isn't up. You hear boots echoing, voices shouting. That's you. And every decision, every drop of sweat, every choice to lead, endure, and master yourself. It shapes a future you never imagined. From Airman Basic to 5-star General, this is the journey of not just a soldier, but a human being pushed to extremes, tested physically, emotionally, and psychologically, and forged into leadership that commands respect, trust, and history. If you felt this, if you imagined it, subscribe and comment below. Which rank would you survive? Which would break you? And share this story with someone who thinks they have what it takes to rise.